Hey, welcome back to Fire and Water Travel Services. I am Darren, and today we're going to go over all the food I had on Holland America's newest ship, the Rotterdam, on the 6-day Caribbean cruise I just did. I have to tell you, I ate a lot and I sampled most of the restaurants, so sit back and relax and enjoy. Hey, welcome to Fire and Water Travel Services. We specialize in affordable luxury and culinary adventures with all types of travel, including cruises, all-inclusives, and any type of travel that you're looking for. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you like and subscribe and share this channel. All right, guys, like I said, the Rotterdam is Holland America's newest ship, and they have their Lido Market, which is their buffet. And as you can tell by the sign here, it's broken down into several different stations. And actually, I did not have a bad meal at all here on the buffet. Most of the food they do serve to you on a plate. Very few spots where you get your own food. I think that's a good thing. But as you can see here, I had some on the first day, some roasted pork with crispy skin, some different meats, and of course I had the fish and chips, which was excellent. On the first night, they do have a steak dinner on the Lido buffet, and one of the things I have to say is that they did it up right. When it was an elegant night or something else like that, they had a special menu on the buffet that kind of mirrored what they were doing in the main dining rooms. This is an example of what they did on the elegant night. This was what they had in the Lido buffet. So they had tenderloin, shrimp, escargot, chicken a la king. So I had a little bit of everything I wanted to sample, just how good the food was on the Lido. And I gotta say, I was impressed. I ate probably about 4 or 5 times here, including lunch one day and breakfast, of course, a couple of days. They had omelet stations. They can make eggs the way you want to, and all kinds of different pastries and breads and all different kinds of breakfast items. So I was very impressed with the buffet. On deck 3 midship is the Grand Dutch Cafe, which is great for specialty coffees. They also have pastries and other snacky type foods, some little sandwiches and stuff like that. And I didn't have any of the pastries. I did get coffee and drinks here every once in a while. On deck 9, you have a gelato bar here that has all kinds of different gelatos, and they do all kinds of milkshakes and all kinds of different drinks here if you want as well. Smoothies, things like that. It is an extra charge, but I think it was only like $3.25 for 4 ounces. So I did try the salted caramel gelato, and it was actually really, really good. So if you have a sweet tooth, looking for some gelato, it's right on deck 9. Right by the pool area in the midship is the gelato bar. And one deck up is the New York Deli and Pizza place that has pizza, sandwiches, and salads and things like that for your lunches and snacks and dinners. The great thing about these guys is you can actually order from the app and it'll let you know when it's ready. I had pizza one day here and a salad for lunch because we were here for a conference, and I was able to order it and it was ready within 10 minutes. So I just walked up, my order was ready, they just handed it to you, and you were able to walk in, walk away and eat it. So it was really good. This was the Caesar salad that I had ordered through the New York Deli through the app, and also here is the pizza that I had as well, which was very, very good. I only got it once, but I had to try all the food, so unfortunately I wasn't able to have pizza more than once here. But I have to tell you, it was really, really good. I don't know if it's the best pizza I had at sea, but it was actually pretty close. Back down on deck 9, right next to the gelato bar is the Dive In. This is where you get your burgers, hot dogs, french fries, all kinds of stuff like that, milkshakes. Again, and you can order this on the app and then come back and pick it up when it's ready. Usually within 10 minutes or 15 minutes it's ready, no matter the time of day. They kind of touted their burgers at Best at Sea, but really it's not. I think they were decent, they were good, but they weren't the best. They weren't a guy's burger or anything like that. But I had the french fries with the melted cheese, which was really good. Holland America has this special membership club that you can join called Club Orange, which gives you special luxury type amenities priority access, premium dining. They have their own separate Club Orange restaurant here and their own Club Orange bar in the same area. But it comes with a lot of different benefits, complimentary upgrades and staterooms, concierge service, all kinds of different inclusions. So they had this nice area here, like I said, in the restaurant and bar for Club Orange members. So if you're interested in that, check on Holland America's Club Orange on their website. And that's something you can purchase and feel like you are riding in luxury. All right, guys, I did dine at the main dining room twice and actually had some really good food. I was very surprised just how the high quality the food was. As you can tell, they had French onion soup, all different kinds of appetizers, beef carpaccio from tenderloin, Caesar salad, and main here was New York strip with fries, and I actually got the jerk lamb shank that was actually pretty good. So this was like Caribbean night, so they had a lot of Caribbean dishes. But as you can tell, the menu is actually pretty high scale for a main dining room on a cruise ship. That's included, so I was very impressed with this. I also got the Jamaican bread pudding, which you're going to see pictures of here in just about a minute. So here's the this was an egg roll, Caribbean style egg roll with like pork and stuff in it, which was really good. Couldn't complain at all on the food quality. I also had to sample the French onion soup because I love French onion soup and I always have to try it when I see it on the menu. And actually it was really good. Didn't disappoint at all. Probably the favorite I've had. Of course, it wouldn't have been a main dining room without that kind of show. So this was the brisket set on top of mashed potatoes with gravy and broccoli. Like I said, for being in the main dining room, these were some pretty high-end dishes, and the plating was amazing. This was my jerk lamb shank. Never had lamb shank jerk style before, but it was actually pretty good. It worked out really well. Wasn't too spicy. The lamb was nice and tender. On top of some nice mashed potatoes and gravy, of course. Somebody else at my table ordered the lasagna. Don't know how he got it because it wasn't on the menu that day, but they made it special for him. So the lasagna looked actually really good as well. And then the bread pudding, like I said, this is the Jamaican style bread pudding, which I don't know what made it Jamaican style, but I know it was delicious and very good texture as well. I was very happy with the desserts and the food in the main dining. I did eat one night in the Italian specialty restaurant Canaletto, which was very good. It could be hit or miss in some of these specialty restaurants on the ships, but all the ones that I hit on Holland America's Rotterdam were actually really good. This is the menu. You can kind of see if you can make this out, but it had a lot of different higher end Italian dishes as well. And the first course was this. This is for your bread that you had a tapenade. You had olive oil with balsamic vinegar. You had some roasted red peppers and other olives in there as well. Just a lot of different things for the bread to be able to dip with. This was a risotto that was actually really good, cooked perfectly. Nice that shaved Parmesan on top. This was a veal shank, ossobuco, that was amazing, very tender, nice gravy on top, and it was sit on top of the risotto as well. This was the chicken Parmesan with some risotto, and it had the fried zucchini on the side there as well. So I was very happy with the Italian restaurant. All the food we got was top notch. So this was one of the desserts. It was a chocolate tart, very chocolatey. I don't know, it was very overly chocolatey as far as I'm concerned. But also they had a nice tiramisu that was well prepared as well, and a good presentation. All the food in the Italian restaurant, which was only $25 extra, by the way, was perfect. Hey all, we're going to step off onto Half Moon Cay, which is Holland America's private island, and we're going to visit the Lobster Shack here, which was very popular with a lot of people that have sailed on Holland America before or been to Half Moon Cay. It seemed to be full, and people were lining up for these lobsters. Of course, it's an extra charge, but wasn't too bad of a charge. And the lobster was all fresh, being cooked to order here, right at the on this grill. You can tell, but it seemed to be very popular with a lot of the people on Half Moon Cay. Of course, this is the barbecue on the beach, is what they call it, which is their included food for Half Moon Cay, which had things like hamburgers, hot dogs. It had grilled beef short ribs that were marinated like a Korean style barbecue stuff, all kinds of salads and other fruits and veggies and things like that. Had a pretty good choice of desserts and all that as well. For an included meal on a private island, I would say it was more of a higher end. Like I said, even though it did have burgers and dogs, it did have other things like chicken and beef short ribs and things like that. So I was kind of impressed. It was very good. I had a little bit of everything here and was impressed with it. Lots of drink stations around too that had iced tea, lemonade, water. That was all included. And there was plenty of seating all around as well, and it did have its own bar right in the middle to serve if you wanted to get a drink. Unfortunately, if you had the More at Sea package, the drink package does not carry over to Half Moon Cay, so that's all an upcharge if you want to drink on Half Moon Cay. Back on the ship, guys, another specialty restaurant with an upcharge is Rudy's Sel de Mer, which is more of a seafood type restaurant, higher end. Rudy is a famous chef that a lot of the Holland American ships have his restaurant on them. And like I said, it does mostly seafood, but it does have some other options like steaks and other higher end type food as well. So we did have dinner there one night, and this was the bread. Has different dipping sauces, had two different kinds of bread, had a baguette and a focaccia, which both were excellent. Everything is made fresh on the ship every day, so everything was really, really good. I had escargot, which, as you can tell, I forgot to take a picture before I ate it all, but it was the presentation was great, and the escargot was great as well. My next appetizer was the foie gras, which also was excellent. Nice and fatty, of course, and the fruit that was served with it really complimented the dish, and I shared this with several different people, and everybody loved it, even if they hadn't had foie gras before. This was another appetizer of a mixture of different types of beets with a balsamic drizzle, which a couple of the people at their table got, and they really enjoyed it. It was a very good side dish. This was the daily catch of red snapper. Somebody ordered and was really prepared really well. They loved it, and I liked the way the presentation was on this as well. Somebody ordered a steak. This was a strip steak, Kansas City strip steak with fondant potatoes, asparagus, and carrots with some mushrooms here on the side. Had a nice sauce on the side as well. And I ordered the duck, which of course came with some fondant potatoes as well, asparagus, and a nice sauce as well. I ordered the duck medium rare. It's crispy skin and very flavorful, very juicy. So it wasn't just seafood at this restaurant. And also these are some of the sides: green beans, scalloped potatoes, and a vegetable dish. I think this was ratatouille. Yeah, it was ratatouille, and very good stuff, guys. Highly recommend it. The desserts, this was kind of a cream puff with chocolate and caramel, which was fantastic as well. All right, and the next specialty restaurant we ate at is the Pinnacle Grill, which is their steakhouse on Holland America line. And of course, this was the bread selections, different types of bread. One of the favorites here is this hanging bacon. It's candied peppered bacon. That is absolutely amazing. Highly recommend if you're on go to the Pinnacle Grill to get that. Of course, they have wedge salad, which is always a good choice. For all you salad lovers, you know, it's just very freshly made. The dressings are all freshly made on ship as well. This was a crab cake. It looked like a croquette of some kind, but it was actually very good. The crab cakes, of course, with the presentation, was amazing as well. Shrimp cocktail, again, with a special presentation with the cocktail sauce there, and lemons, of course. But very good, very well prepared. I had the sea bass, the Chilean sea bass, which was excellent. I know it's a steakhouse, I ordered fish, and at the fish house I ordered duck. Kind of weird, but it really worked. Of course, a friend of mine had the filet mignon with a regular steak sauce, and also had the asparagus with hollandaise, and some of the sides here were excellent. These cream spinach, and these were the mushrooms with garlic and butter sauce as well. So very good. Everything was excellent. Garlic mashed potatoes, like I said, the asparagus with hollandaise was excellent. I was very impressed with the quality of every dish and the presentation. This, of course, was a baked Alaska for dessert, which I didn't order this. I had somebody at a table across ordered it, but it was excellent. The creme brulee with a almond crunch on the side there with the cream and berries, which was also excellent. I ordered the souffle, which came with a creme anglaise. It was very good with some fruit as well. Very nice and mushy on the inside, like I like them. And this was a chocolate brownie with ice cream that somebody ordered at our table as well. So all the desserts were excellent. All right, and I saved the best for last, and this is in the Tamarind restaurant, which is their Asian restaurant. They do twice during the sailing. It was a Morimoto at sea, which Chef Morimoto of Iron Chef partnered with Holland America to create this dinner, which is a special called a Morimoto pop-up dinner, and they only do it once or twice during the cruise, and it's $65 a person, but it's set up in the Asian restaurant, which is called Tamarind. And like I said, it was a special menu put together by Iron Chef Morimoto, and it was actually pretty excellent. They have special drinks that were created for this menu as well, appetizers, side dishes, and main course and dessert. This was the sushi appetizer, which was absolutely amazing. Everything was perfect. And check out the plating as well. It was amazing. These were the pork fried dumplings that came on a sizzling pan. They were excellent. These were wasabi mashed potatoes that I got for one of my sides, which again were perfect, flavored well. This was the Angry Lobster Pad Thai as my main dish. It was amazing. The person across from me ordered the whole fish, which was a Mediterranean sea bass, which was fried with a sauce, of course, which is amazing. And this was a coconut panna cotta that was actually really good. It had different levels of flavors on it and textures. All right, guys, on sea days, they also have high tea, and I was able to participate in it one day. I think it was at 4 o'clock, and it was in the main dining room. And everybody can participate in high tea. This is the menu that had on it, and they actually came with these little tea stands here, and you can order any kind of tea you wanted, which was really good. If you've never experienced afternoon tea, it was great. I want to touch on some of the cocktails too. They had bars everywhere. This was the Half Moon Bar that was over by the one of the restaurants on Club Orange, I think, as well. But I got a smoked old fashioned here that was actually made for us personally. And as you can tell, the waiter it was a whole process where they smoked the glass and the cherries and everything that was in the glass, put smoke in the bottle of the bourbon, and shook that smoke into the bourbon, and then just finished up the drink, which was outstanding. It is a little bit more than that. It wasn't included in the drink package, so you pay the difference for it, but it was actually well worth it just to have the whole process in front of us so we could all get video. But it was a really good option here for for the way that they did this whole presentation with the smoke, combining it into the bourbon, and then the whole rest of the drink as well. So I highly recommend it. This was at the Ocean Bar, so check it out. If you're on Holland America, Rotterdam, get the smoked old fashioned at the Ocean Bar. One more place I want to touch on, guys, is on deck 12 on the front of the ship. It's called Exploration Central and Cafe, which they didn't have food here. I think they might have had some pastries, but it was where one of the higher end coffee places was. And if you take a look here, it was actually right on the front of the ship on one of the higher levels, and it had the views to kill for. This is also kind of like their library, where you could just come up here and read and relax. It also had board games and card games, a little area where you could play chess and all that kind of stuff as well. Right here on the front of the ship, just a nice, quiet, relaxing area where you can come up and enjoy. And it did have the coffee cafe set up here as well. So just get a cup of coffee, relax, play some checkers, some chess, or just sit out and look at the front of the ship. Well, that's it, guys. My food encounters on the Holland America Rotterdam. Check it out. Make sure if you want to get on Holland America or any other cruise line, check out fireandwatertravel.com and get in touch with us, and we can book you. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and I'll see you on the next Fire and Water Travel video.